Hello, this is Nick995. For this video, I'm going to be ranking PS3 games based on um, best opening scene. So I kind of like what I did like last week when I was talking about slow pace opening missions and all that. So really the best opening missions. Well, my favorite again is based on my opinion, and I'm only going to be doing for this is only part one. Like I'm only going to be doing 15 to 9 because I videoed this twice already, and then like if I talk about all 15 like in one video, I'd be too long. So I'm gonna split it like into probably part 1, part 2, part 3. So again, if you're watching this, like, subscribe, share the video all over. I hope to do one for this and PS3. So again, it's best opening missions, and pressing that like, subscribe watermark down there. Please, again, like if you're new, you like the content, please. I want to get to hopefully, well, now around 85 to 90 subs by the end of the summer. So please. So yeah, anyways, no. So 15, and again, this is part 1. So I'm maybe 15 to realistically 10 or 9 I'll talk about. So number 15 now is gonna be X-Men Wolverine Origins. So Wolverine Origins now, a movie game based on the movie, but it's different. It adds a lot more. There's a lot more scenes and more potential. Where this one starts out that like you're in this one helicopter. I believe it's a helicopter or a plane. And then so you Wolverine, like you're talking with Creed. You see Creed. You see Stryker. You see that knockoff Deadpool or whatever, Wade Wilson, who's weirdly played by Ryan Reynolds back then, even though Ryan Reynolds now plays the actual Deadpool. It's weird. But anyways, yeah, and then so Wolverine skydives. He skydives out of the helicopter. Cause you guys are fighting this African army. Or whatever, and then which I don't know why. There's no motivation behind. I don't know. But anyways, you guys going down now. Wolverine skydives. He has no parachute. He basically lands. He basically lands in this camp, on the dirt or whatever. But all he really breaks is his shoulder, because he's basically like a mutant, where his mutant power is that he can heal. So he can heal super fast, and he has these claws, that do a lot of damage. So yeah, and then after that though, it's just that cool opening moment. And through the gameplay too, you basically see him heal up. So like when he takes damage, you see him heal up slowly, like like his flesh will just come back together. It's so epic. Like it's really, 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 like it's very epic. But then he just maws through the soldiers. It's so gruesome. It's really, really, really gruesome. Then this is at the time when PS3 really, around 2009, when PS3 was at its around like its apex, kind of, or entering its apex, where you see how great games could be, how great games could be graphically, like the graphics HD, high definition, and games are really starting to look like real life. Around this time, they started to look mimic a little bit like real life, But man, like this is the gruesomeness, and like he's like the regular soldier, like that's nothing compared to Wolverine. He just maul through them easily, because like with his healing factor. I imagine having healing factor, you can heal off of damage, after taking damage or anything or injury. It's so epic. It's such an epic scene. Next one is gonna be Hitman Absolution. Hitman Absolution, no, it's 14. So basically, Agent 47 now, he starts out now. You're hunting, basically. Not hunting, you're trying to assassinate this one target. Who the agency, which is your company, or your boss's company, they tell you that this woman needs to go, she's this one defector. So you start out like in this one garden area, and then you go into the tennis area. So you're taking out guards, and it sets up a nice scene where, it sets up the mechanics. So with this, there's interactables in the world where you use, and then you can basically take out enemies. Basically use these interactables to take out enemies and all that. So you can use like a knife, or even something like some sort of pointy, I believe it's like a pointy pen that you use, or a throwing knife and all that. You can use a baseball bat, golf club, or something like that. So yeah, anyways, I go around, and there's certain targets. There's separate targets that you have to get. Where if you kill the targets a certain way, like you get more points in the point system. But I just like the way how and you're like super stealthy. Like you're really 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 stealthy, because if you're not stealthy, like you lose points. And then there's interesting mechanic where or element where any any guard that you kill, you basically stack your body. You stack your body like in the garbage can, so nobody can trace your tracks. And then you go from the garden to the kitchen area or garage area to kitchen to the upper floors and all that. And then like this Agent 47, like he's not messing around. He can do so. He's so skilled. He can take out guys without making like a single sound. No, not sound, or like without being like seen or whatever. And then like he can find a use like for basically anything. Then he can use basically any disguise. So he can disguise himself as a chef, a mechanic, or let's say like randomly like a barber, and then that helps him get through the world. So yeah, you make a way, and then he's climbing up these ledges. Like he's using these like window ledges as like cover or whatever, and then he's taking on the guards through the ledges. It's such a cool opening. I was like, the mansion, like this luxurious home, like it complements the first mission so well, like just so well. Resistance 3 is number 13. Apocalyptic type of game where you basically start out. You start out now. You're in I think 1950s. So again, like there's a lot of references to the 1950s. Like you really get a feel for the land and all that, and the cars, the culture. But aliens have invaded, so there's a sense that humanity is gonna end in a couple of months or whatever. Like unless this group of resistance fighters, they don't do anything about it. They do something about it. So yeah, you guys. So you start out. You're in this one basement area. Basement area, no. Like the basement, like to these area to like different buildings. Because you can't be seen by the chimera, otherwise like you guys will get like destroyed or whatever. You guys will get killed. The chimera aliens, or the aliens, they're taking over the world. They have drones all over, which basically scan to see human presence. And then you guys upstairs, you guys board up all the windows, the doors. All you see is like these wooden boards all over the place. It was very interesting because so you guys are practicing downstairs. There's sick people. I really feel the impact on like what this invasion has on humanity. You guys are practicing like with guns, and eventually you guys go upstairs like like as like soldiers. You guys going upstairs. Then like this one idiot, he decides to peek his head out this one little piece of the debris that came off of the boarded window. Then the drone finds him. Then the chimera basically shoot us all up. It's like this huge shootout or whatever. Then you guys gotta defend yourself. But I just really like the way how that, you guys feel so underpowered at this moment. You feel just a sense of being, like that appearance of being underpowered. Like you feel like, oh man, I can't do much. There's not much I can't do, but due to the gameplay, you guys, and plot armor, you guys basically make it through it, through this first level. And you get explosions, grenades, and this one rifle or whatever. But like it's so, and the sound effects, the sound design is so nice, and man, it's a really like very underrated game too. Like very 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 underrated. And it starts out to there's a boss fight near the end of mission 1. Very epic. But yeah, just starting out like from being underpowered, and you guys get weaponry to taking out like whole heap of different aliens. You guys really feel that you guys could stand a chance. Next game now is gonna be Arkham City. Arkham City starts out. You guys know Hugo Strange. He captures Batman. Well, Bruce Wayne. Over suspicion that he thinks Bruce Wayne is Batman. This is number 12, right? Yeah. So he goes, and then so Bruce Wayne is in this prison, right? And so he basically has to play the role because he doesn't want people to suspect that he's Batman. And then yeah, so Hugo Strange is evil kind of. He just is like this mad scientist kind of. But yeah, and then he talks to Batman. There's dialogue between him and Batman. Then eventually Batman, the guards drag Batman out of the area, and then they drag him out into a prison area. Like they're gonna transfer him. And you see like there, like there's this huge fence and on both sides like the fence there's guards already. No, there's prisoners. Then they're looking at you. They're targeting you. Bruce Wayne, billionaire, playboy, Maya, all that. Then like they're all making fun of you. You see guys like Jack Ryder, and then there's a reference to Calendar Man and Deadshot. Deadshot looks back at you saying, are you gonna be next on my list? And then the guards drag you out, and there's dialogue between Hugo Strange and you. And again, spoilers. So if you haven't played like these games, like don't. But I really like how again they kind of toss you out like into Arkham City, like like onto the streets. All of a sudden, you see Penguin like in his goons. Penguin. So he comes and he. They kind of act like Penguin is. No, like they don't really know that Bruce Wayne is Batman. So Bruce Wayne, like he basically fights his way like out of it, easily. Like the cool thing about it is that he's chained up, and like meanwhile he's chained up, like he's still fighting. Like like he just takes these guys out easily. Like these guys are like nothing compared to him. They're just regular street guys. But Bruce Wayne, Batman, knowing that almost every martial arts there is, he's so advanced and all that, and he has his tech. After that, he beats down Penguin, and he climbs up. There's a little bit of climbing, and then Alfred deploys your suit, and then you basically suit up into the Arkham City Batman suit. Very cool, like really, really, really cool. Far Cry 3, you start out as these, you guys are partying. These teenagers are partying in this one jungle. You think like everything is going well, it's fine, and then all of a sudden this one group of mercenaries, they capture you and your friends. You guys wake up you and your brother wake up like in this cage area. You guys are like prisoners to this mercenary group. And then this guy here, Vaz, that's his name. I can't remember his name. Spoilers, he's like the main villain where he captures you. Then there's dialogue between you, your brother, and him. And meanwhile, like your brother, there, like you're trying to whisper, you're trying to wonder, like, how the hell are we gonna get out of here? It's such, but really though, like what makes it so interesting is the escape. Because you guys have no weapons. Your brother has a little bit of military experience, of CQC, close quarters combat, but you basically have there's no way to, for you to defend yourself really. But due to, there are some guns left. No, there, you guys take out like some guards. You guys steal their guns, but you gotta run away, and then your brother gets killed in the process. So Adrian Brody, his brother gets killed and shot. So you gotta run away. Your brother's like, leave me here, and then go, and then meanwhile there's dogs coming after you. There's henchmen shooting at you, and it's very realistic sound effects for the guns. It's very, very, like, really, really realistic. And then, like, you're basically going down the hill. I believe there's one hill, and then, yeah, but there's, like, the dogs, attack dogs are coming, they're running at you, you're trying to get away. You go, like, into the water, but I just like that sense of suspense during the mission. And it's, like, nighttime, too, so you don't really know the area that well, so you're trying your best to get away. Man. Okay, last one for this video is Prototype 1. Prototype 1 basically starts out, you start out with all your powers. It's like a flash forward. You have all your powers starting out. You can shapeshift your hand into these deadly, sharp tools, kind of like Wolverine. But even more so because you're super fast, super speed, super strength and all that. There's tanks shooting at you. It's like you're in the middle of the Big Apple, New York City. Infected thing, but there's infected. The infection is really growing like in the city. The military has really taken over, so they're shooting at you like all sorts of like shootouts like are coming at you. But you as mercenary, like godlike, you you know, like you're basically like Superman basically, where you can basically take all those bullets easily. There's tanks shooting at you and grenade launchers, rocket launchers coming at you, but like nothing, right? You know, because you basically have every upgrade. Like at the start of the game, in that flash forward sequence, and then you know, like you fight other infected as well. You cut through tanks and all that, and helicopters coming after you. But then after that, though, it kind of goes into the past. That's when he first discovers his powers. You know, which I really like. So again, like it starts out like in the future, then it goes back into the past. So when you know he wakes up like in the morgue, I think he's dead. I think he's dead, but the virus is able to resurrect him. Cool, like a cool twist on that. And then Infamous One now, last one for this video, where this guy, there's a race sphere. The race sphere gives people's powers. That is sphere. This guy, delivery man, he opens up this package and the race sphere. He sees the race sphere. The race sphere transforms him into, well, no, the race sphere blows up. He activates, but he didn't know. He has no idea what it is. But then it causes this wreckage, and then you basically wake up almost like some hurricane passed through. Like the ground is destroyed, the buildings, so much destruction. Then yeah, and I basically talked about this story before. Go back 2 months ago and I look at my video on this. But yeah, it's so you're trying to escape, but then you realize that you basically have electric powers. So you can elemental ability of electricity. So you basically drain electricity anywhere where there's electricity. You can drain it from TV, light pole, or car battery, any type of battery. So there's these broken down poles that you drain electricity, but he has no idea what the hell is going on. He doesn't know. He has no memory. You know, he has little to no memory of what's going on. All he remembers is there's a package, this mysterious package. But it's a really cool setup. It's a really cool setup. Then you're running away again, like the mystery. Like your first time playing this, I thought I was like a regular human until he's like, wait, he's channeling. There's this electric aura around his body. That can't be normal, but it's it's really cool. But it's very cool. I had to see that. I had to see all that go down. And then near the end of the mission, too, the military comes after you. They see you, and then all of a sudden there's lightning storms coming down, like almost like this guy can channel lightning, like he's Thor, but he has no control over it. So it just comes. All you know, like, you just see lightning all over the place. But it's such a nice mission. I just like seeing the wreckage and all that. And then this game has the low saturation. It has like a low tone saturation, so it doesn't have as much color. But yeah, like it's pretty cool, like very cool. So anyways, that's it. It's only 15 to 9. Again, I wanted to do more for this first video, but I can't. It's gonna be too long. So please like, subscribe, share the video, share it all over.